Okay, good evening, everyone. You hear me, right? Okay. So before we start our lesson, let's pay homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Okay. Previous week we talked about akusala citta and wholesome cittas. So actually, akusala cittas are arising in our mind very often. So we have to be very mindful. So we have a 12 akusala cittas. If you know it, then if there is akusala cittas, then you know it and you right away understand and trying to drive them away. So today we will talk about another type of citta. It's called ahituka. We have 80 ahituka cittas. If you want to know about your mind, so these cittas are important. So these cittas also arising in our mind quite often. So every time. So here, ahituka citta, rootless consciousness. Rootless consciousness. So the word ahituka means without roots. Without roots. So hetu means the root or the cause. It is similar to the word mula. So actually, we have learned the word mula in previous cittas. Akusala mula cittas. Loba mula citta. So the cittas rooted in loba. So actually here, rooted is the root, right? The root. So here, the word hetu and the word mula are the same. They are similar. So ahituka citta, ahituka cittas. So here, hetu means mula, or the cause, or the root. So when you do unwholesome actions, so when you are doing unwholesome deeds, so there are 3 root, right? 3 root. So they are called greed, hatred, and delusion. Loba, dosa, moha. Actually, we have learned in previous session. So we have 8 cittas rooted in greed. So we have 2 cittas rooted in hatred. So we have another 2 cittas purely rooted in delusion. So altogether 12 akusala cittas. So they are the root. But here, ahituka without root. Without root. So these 3 citta, these 3 mental factor. Actually, they are mental factor or cittasika. Greed, hatred, delusion are the root of all unwholesome deeds. Akusala citta, akusala karma. So these 3, wherever you are doing unwholesome actions. So because of these causes or these roots. And we have another 3. It's called non-greed, aloba, non-hatred, dosa, non-delusion, moha. So these 3 are the root of all wholesome deed, kusala karma. Whatever wholesome deed you are doing, because of these one, non-greed, non-hatred, non-delusion. And also, not only kusala karma, but also indeterminate, abhyagata. And Arahant and the Buddhas, their mental state is called indeterminate. So we cannot call the state of the mind of the Buddha and Arahant as a kusala or akusala. They are called abhyagata. So when the Buddha and Arahants are doing something, good thing, some good thing, actually the Buddha and Arahant do not do unwholesome things at all because they don't have a loba dosa moha. So when they are doing something, because of aloba, dosa, moha, so their mental state is not called wholesome karma. We call indeterminate, abhyagata. Here, indeterminate chetas are the result and functional chetas except ahituka chetas. So here, we have a akusala cheta, and we have a kusala cheta, wholesome cheta, right? And we have a vipaka, rasadan cheta, and we have a functional cheta, kriya cheta. So we have a four, by way of nature, we have a four type of chetas. So here, vipaka, rasadan, and kriya cheta, functional. So they are called abhyagata, indeterminate. But of course, in ahituka cheta, these are rootless cheta that we are going to learn are also indeterminate chetas. But now we are talking about rootless chetas. For that reason, so when we are talking about indeterminate, so we have to exclude ahituka chetas. So here, wholesome, when you are doing wholesome deed, because of aloba, adosa, moha, because of the three root. So when vipaka cheta arises, so actually we have a some vipaka cheta. So as a result of non-greed, non-hatred, non-delusion. But when ahituka chetas, rootless chetas that we are going to learn, arises in our mind, not because of aloba, adosa, moha, because they are called ahituka, without roots, without causes. So, loba, dosa, moha, aloba, adosa, moha. So they are called the root of the causes of wholesome, unwholesome, and indeterminate chetas. So there are some chetas. So we have 80 chetas. So they are arising without any roots, without any causes. When you have a question, you take note. You write down for a while. Then I will give some time for asking question. So I think here asking question is very important. People ask because they want to clarify something. Also, those who do not ask question, I want to encourage. I want to request. Even you don't like some questions, please practice patience, because I think questioning and answering questions, it is the important part of our learning. So of course we have to limit the timing. So now I will try to finish in certain part. Then after that I will let you ask question halfway. So please you take note. Then only after in a given time you can ask question. So Ayaduka Citta here. So why 80 Cittas are taking place in our mind? So there are neither wholesome root or unwholesome root. So there isn't any root in our mind. Therefore, they are called rootless. Ayaduka. Since they are motivated by 6 root, so they are relatively weak. So actually, if you do not understand yet, don't worry. So later you will understand very clearly. So here, the moment these 80 Ayaduka Cittas arise in our mind, there isn't any root, any lobha, dosa, moha, any alobha, adosa, amoha. So actually, the root of the causes are very powerful. When you have a lobha, lobha is very powerful. You can do, if you have a lobha, you will do everything. Dosa, also very powerful. Very powerful. If you have a dosa, then you will take a lot of action. You will be using unpleasant speeches. Even you will commit harming others and killing others. Very powerful. And also, moha also very powerful. I always say that moha is just like a director. In the movie, when the director is important, he will tell the actors and actresses what to do. So he is trying to manipulate behind the scene. I will say that actors and actresses, so they are lobha and dosa. Because you have a delusion in your mind, based on that delusion, lobha will arise. Because of lobha, you will take a lot of unwholesome actions. And because of dosa, you will do unwholesome actions. So lobha, dosa are like actors and actresses. But behind, moha is trying to control. So for that reason, moha also very powerful. But it's very hard to see, very powerful. And also alobha, non-greed. We can call it generosity and detachment. So when you have a generosity in your mind, so you will do a lot of good things. You will share what you have. You will give back something that you own. So adosa, no hatred, was very powerful. No hatred, you can call it compassion, loving kindness, patience. So these are called non-hatred. So when you have a loving kindness and compassion in your mind, you will give your time to help other people. And you will forgive other people. Very powerful. The most powerful one is amoha, non-delusion. Non-delusion is nothing but wisdom or understanding. Every wholesome actions started because of non-delusion or wisdom or understanding. So if you understand, then you will do a lot of good things. Very powerful. But now 80 type of Cittas, Ayaduka Cittas, are not motivated by 6 roots. For that reason, they are relatively weak. I think when we learn mental state or mind process, you will understand it better. Okay, up to here, any question? Up to here. But before we go to next title. Any question? I hope you understand. So no question. Let's move to next episode. Okay. This is a very simple mental process, mind process, so that you can find in the Sutta Pitaka. So eye sensitivity, or eye. We have an eye, and something to see, a visible form object. So I see visible form object, or someone, or something. So because of because of contact, how to say, the impingement of the object on my eye consciousness arises. Eye consciousness arises. Here, eye consciousness is Abhidhamma Citta. Abhidhamma Citta, rootless consciousness. Because the moment you see visible form object, there is no lobha, there's no dosa, there's no moha. And also there's no alobha, adosa, amoha as well. So for that reason, the moment I consciousness arises in our mind, so there's no any type of roots, For that reason, in according to Abhidhamma, I consciousness is relatively weak. So according to mind process in Abhidhamma, we do not know what we see at that moment. Then there will be another one, contact. So the meeting of the three, eye sensitivity, visible form object, and eye consciousness. Meeting of the three is called contact. So up to here, you do not know yet. Then there will be feeling. Normally, we always translate Vedana as a feeling. Normally, when we use the word feeling in English, it indicates our emotion. But here is not our emotional state. This is just a sensation in our mind, in our body. So I see someone, then eye consciousness will arise. Then because of that, it's called contact. There is a contact between my eye and visible form object, then eye consciousness. It's called contact. Then based on contact, we will have a sensation in our mind or sensation in our body. When something that we see is good, a good sensation or a good feeling, pleasant feeling. When what we see is very bad, unpleasant feeling, unpleasant sensation in our mind or in our body. Suppose you are walking under the very hot sun, then your body sensitivity and hot sun, then there will be body consciousness. Then there is a contact. Then after that, there is the unpleasant feeling in your body, unpleasant sensation. Up to here, you don't have any lobha or any dosa yet. You don't have any alobha or dosa yet. Only after that, only after sensation, then your mind will be working hard. So there will be a lot of mental activities in your mind. I hate it, I like it, I don't like it. So there will be a lot of mental state in your mind. So then only mental activities at that level. So there are chaitas accompanied by one of the 6 root, some of the 6 root. So when you see this mental process in the suttas, up to feeling, there is no loba, dosa, moha. There's no aloba, adosa, amoha. Only mental activities. So for that reason, for those who have learned Nibbana originations, so you will understand that because of contact, feeling arises. Because of feeling, craving arises. So up to feeling, we cannot say it is good or bad. Up to feeling, we can say that this is your mental state is ahetuka chaita, rutala chaitas. Then only after feeling or sensation, then your mind will be walking. Those who have a wisdom, they will not have any unwholesome mental thought. Those who have a delusion in their mind, and there will be unwholesome mental thought. Some people go under the hot sun. Some people get angry and irritated. Some people not. Actually, depends on their determination, or depends on their how to say. I would say that wisdom or lack of wisdom. So the mental activities. Actually, mental activity, we call it sankhara. Sankhara. Sankhara is translated as a mental formation. Mental formation. Then after feeling, so you will act in your mind. There will be a lot of mental state in your mind. Then that will be called mental formation. Your mind will form. But I like the word mental activities. Ajahn Suchado, who's living in Australia, and he translated Sankhara as a mental activities. Very beautiful, very beautiful. So when you look at this mental process, I think you can see that, especially I in consciousness, this is a Ahituka Cheta. Ahituka Cheta. And contact, also we can call it Ahituka. Feeling up to feeling, Ahituka. So there's no any root. We cannot say up to feeling, we cannot say it is kusala or akusala. Only when you arrive mental activities. So there will be, your mind will be walking, sometime with the unwholesome mental state, sometime wholesome mental state. So only then there will be accompanied by one of the 6 root. So this is a mental process in according to the suttas. Any question up to here? The next one we'll talk about mental process according to Abhidhamma. Chaponyo.
Good evening, Bhante.
Okay, good evening.
Mention craving. So
okay.
You look at mental activities. Does craving arise the same time as mental activities, or craving arises after mental activities?
Actually, mental activities itself is craving.
Oh, it itself
it can be
not after.
Craving itself is a mental activities.
So that means sankhara is the same as tanha.
No, we cannot say that. Actually, according to Abhidhamma, we have a 52 mental factor, right? 52 mental factors.
Right.
In the 5 aggregate, we have a feeling aggregate. Feeling is one mental factor, one cetasika. Another one is perception, sanya, perception. So all the rest of the 50 are called sankhara, mental activities.
Okay.
Mental activities. So, so for that reason, craving is a how to say among the mental activities.
Oh, so craving is one
Really?
of the mental activities.
Yeah, one of the mental activities. It's also compassion, loving kindness,
Oh,
faith.
okay.
All these are mental activities.
Okay.
I think when we learn second chapter, Chitta, and you will understand.
Okay.
Other than two, Chitta, the rest are called mental activities, sankhara.
Okay. Thank you, Bhante.
Okay, you can.
Loving kindness, faith.
Any question? Bhante, Mangala.
Venerable, good evening.
Okay, good evening, Bhante.
The avidya itself is a cause. How can we say other chittas are ahitukas? Avidya pachya sankhara, sankhara pachya vijnana. So avidya itself is a cause. So
Okay, yeah.
how can we say they are ahituka chittas?
Avijja is the moha, delusion.
Yeah,
Delusion.
moha.
It is the cause.
Yeah.
Actually, because of avijja, we have a unwholesome karma. We have a unwholesome karma, akusala karma.
Yeah.
But here, 80 rootless chaitas arises because of kusala and akusala karma. Actually, they are vipaka, resultant.
Yeah.
So here, they are vipaka, they are resultant. They arises because of our past kusala and akusala karma. So the moment these 80 chaita arise in our mind, at that moment, there is no lobha, dosa, moha.
Okay.
So as I explained here, up to unconsciousness, contact, and feeling, we don't have any kusala or akusala root, mula. We don't have any lobha, dosa, moha or alobha, adosa, amoha.
Yeah.
Only after feeling mental activities. So among the mental activities, of course, avijja or moha is among them. So actually here, this is my personal conclusion, because in the Sutta Pitaka, it is not mentioned clearly whether they are ahituka or hituka. Here, when we look at mental process, mind process, according to the Sutta Pitaka, so the moment you see somebody and the moment you see something, at that moment there is no lobha, dosa, moha yet. Then there will be contact, there will be feeling. If what we see is unpleasant, the unpleasant feeling. With what we see is unpleasant, a pleasant feeling. Then wherever thing we experience, whatever thing we see, depends on our understanding or our mindfulness. It can be only after that there will be a lot of mental activities. There will be wholesome and unwholesome karma, unwholesome actions. So those wholesome and unwholesome actions arises because of lobha, dosa, moha, or because of alobha, adosa, amoha. Only after, only at the moment of mental activities. Yeah.
Okay, so I have another question, but not belong to here. So under
Okay,
Lobha Chetanas, I think we did not discuss Bhavatanha and Vibhavatanha.
Oh yeah.
So how can we apply these things to there?
Oh, Bhavatana and Vibhavatana. Bhante, maybe let's discuss about it in the second chapter. So
Okay,
when we are
okay.
talking about loba,
Yeah.
under the loba, I will discuss about it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
This, yeah, Bhante. This morning also one of the students asked regarding with Pawatana and Vipawatana. So I think
Okay.
I will discuss in the second chapter.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bhante.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, yeah.
Yeah, Bhante. When we are talking about the mental process,
Yeah.
then we are talking about the Citta process, right? It's a process whereby the Citta, from the I consciousness up to the Sankara, also to the formation. But in this case, I consciousness, then it goes to contact, then goes to feeling. But contact and feeling, both of these is actually Cettasikas. They are not actually consciousness. They are not Cittas. So how do we reconcile the configurations of the Citta process?
A very good question. Actually, when we learn second chapter, we will have to learn criteria of characteristics of Cetasika. So when we learn four characteristics, so we understand that Citta and Cetasika, they are not different. They are the same. They are the same. So when there is Citta arises, and Cetasika also will arise together. But of course, according to Abhidhamma, contact, feeling, they are Cetasika. They are mental factors. But actually, this is not mentioned anywhere, but I just explain mental process according to the suttas. But of course here, when we look at here, contact, feeling, they are Cetasikas. But when we are talking about contact and feeling, at the same time, consciousness, there are some consciousness that are associated with the contact, that are associated with the feeling also will arise. So normally, when we learn four characteristics of Cetasika, so we cannot differentiate. No, we cannot differentiate Citta or Cetasika in a one mind process. But of course, here in the in this mental process, so it is a combination of Citta and Cetasika. I think then I will explain different way. Later, we are going to learn mental process according to Abhidhamma. But of course, Abhidhamma trying to analyze mental process using Cettas, consciousness. So all the names that you can find in the Abhidhamma mental process will be the name of the Cettas. But when we are talking about the name of the Cettas, at that same time, there will be some Cetasika that are associated with the Cettas. Maybe I will compare in later part. I will compare why in the mental process according to Abhidhamma. In that process, so we can find the name. All the name are the name of the Cettas, the name of the consciousness. But at the same time, when those Cettas arises, and Cetasika also arises together. But I think when we go to second chapter, the beginning of second chapter, I think you will know it. Cettas and Cetasika, they arise together, they cease together. But here, mental process, this is according to the suttas. But here, the names are combining, eye consciousness is Chaitas, but of course, contact, feeling, mental activities, all these are Chaitasika. So this is just my conclusion, because this is a very simple mental process according to the suttas. But it is how to say that it is totally different as far as the names are concerned. And then later, I think you will understand it. Okay, so Audrey Ho.
Yeah, good evening, Bhante. So,
Okay.
Sankhara and Citta, they mean the same thing?
Yeah, of course. Sankhara are the name of 50 Chittasikas. Those who are new to Abhidhamma, don't worry. So, oh no, I think it will come about in the 8th chapter, very long. So now I will explain a little bit. So we have a 5 aggregate. The first one is form or rupa, body, everything that we see. This one aggregate, one group. Another one is feeling. Feeling is Chaitasika. And third one is perception aggregate. And the fourth one is sankhara. Sankhara is mental activities. So here we have 52 Chaitasikas. Among them, feeling is one Chaitasika, perception is one Chaitasika. So the other 50 are called mental activities. Another one is vijnana or consciousness. Okay, this is a 5 aggregate. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Bhante.
I think after we discuss Abhidhamma mind process, I think you will understand better. So this is according to the suttas. So this is according to Abhidhamma. So in Visuddhimagga, Pavachaka, cycle of life. So actually, rebirth consciousness is the first chaitas in this life, in our life, rebirth consciousness. So here, rebirth consciousness is the chaitas. So together with rebirth consciousness, there are many other Chaitasika as well. Actually, rebirth consciousness is the leader. Together with the leader, there are some other Chaitasika as well, where arise together. They arise together. So when we are talking about rebirth consciousness, don't think that it is only Chaitas alone. Together with rebirth consciousness, rebirth Chaitas, there are many other Chaitasika also will arise together. Right? And this is somebody, I think, please mute. Someone didn't mute their microphone. Okay. Okay, so rebirth consciousness is the first chaitas in our life. Together with rebirth consciousness, and other Chaitasika also will rise together. Then after that, we will have a life continuing chaitas, life continuing, Pavanga, we call it Pavanga. Then at the end, we will die. So the last Citta in our life is called death consciousness. Death consciousness. So the first one is rebirth consciousness. The last one is death consciousness. Between rebirth consciousness and death consciousness, there will be a lot of life continuing Cittas. So maybe I will give you one of the examples of life continuing. While we are sleeping, so there are a lot of a series of life continuing Cittas arise in our mind. So that life continuing Cittas will not have any contact with your senses. So when you are fully sleeping, you will not see anything. You will not hear any sounds. And you will not smell, and you will not have any taste, and you will not have any touch with your body. Even you will not know your body is touching your bed. And also, you are not thinking anything when you are fully sleeping. But here, people have a lot of dreams, right? A lot of dreams. So that means you are not sleeping fully. You're not sleeping fully. Your mind door is stay walking. So according to Abhidhamma, like continuing Cittas, life continuing Cittas, it is a very stable state of mind, very stable state of mind. So life continuing Cittas arises because of our past karma, While we are sleeping, so there are, series of life continuing Citta will arise. At that moment, life continuing Citta have any contact, does not have any contact with the outside object. For that reason, when you are fully sleeping, you do not see anything. You do not hear, you do not smell, you do not taste, you do not touch. Even you do not think with your mind. Even you have a dream, so that means your mind is still walking. Your mental door is still walking. According to Abhidhamma, if you have a dream, you are not sleeping fully. Your mind stay awake. So this is example of life continue. Then when you after you get up, so when you will see someone or you will see something. When you see something, there will be unconsciousness, then contact, feeling, and a lot of mental activities. Then you will hear the songs, then ear consciousness, contact, feeling, mental activities. So these are mental process happening, all the time. Even now you are hearing my voice. So that means because you have ear sensitivity, ear consciousness, contact, feeling, your mind is working, a lot of mental activities. But after one mind process, the mind fall back to life continuing, state of life continuing. Then after that, when you are senses, one of your senses have contact with outside object, then there will be active mental process will arise. So this is a mental process according to Abhidhamma. So basically, you must know this one first. So the first moment of our life, that type of Citta is called rebirth consciousness. But even though we are talking rebirth consciousness, don't think that it is just alone. No. So there are other Cittasika that are associated with rebirth consciousness. They arise together and they will cease together. Then after that, so there will be a lot of life continuing, the whole life. between two active mind process. So there are a lot of life continuing as well. A lot of life continuing as well. So then after that, we will die. That is called death consciousness. Death consciousness. If you want to talk, please raise your hand. Please raise your hand button. Please wait for a while because I haven't finished yet. Okay, so this is a cognitive process. We call it cognitive process. At the beginning of our life, river consciousness. Then after that, we will have a lot of life continuing Chaitas, Bhavanga. Also trying to remember Pali word as well. Those who are learning Abhidhamma, they know that Bhavanga. So the first Chaita is called Patisandhi Chaita. Patisandhi Chaita. And after that, the whole life, until we die, so there will be a lot of life continue. A lot of life continue. Then at the end, we will die. That is called death consciousness. Death consciousness. Then here, this is just a not an active mental state. So this one, you can see in the PowerPoint. So it goes like this, right? Stable state of mind. So actually, for that reason, they are relatively weak, not strong. So they are going stable, just like that, right? And also here, when somebody have serious diseases and in the hospital, someone who is going to die, and the doctor will check their mental state with the one machine, one machine. So actually there are a lot of lines. Sometimes it go like this and going down, go like this, going down like this, right? Actually, we can call it, this is a mental state. As a result of mental state, that manifests in your body as a physical phenomena. Actually, the machine can measure only physical phenomena. So when the mind is stay powerful, then our mental state will be powerful. Then the machine will show like this, right? If someone is going to die, it became and then became flat, right? Became flat. So actually, also we can understand if we look at the machine in the hospital, someone is going to die, then the line in the machine will be go flat, right? Go flat. There will be no going up, not going up. This is because of mental state. But of course, I think that machine cannot or know the mind of the patient, but the machine will measure the body temperature, right? Body temperature. Our mental phenomena, our physical phenomena arises because of our mind, mental phenomena. Then I will show with according to Abhidhamma. Now, active mind process. In Pali, we call it viti, active mind process. So this is a river consciousness. So the first Chaitas in our life. Then after that, there will be a lot of life continuum. Bhavanga, a lot of Bhavanga. Then when our senses, so will be 6 senses: eye sensitivity, ear sensitivity, nose, tongue, the body, and mind. So these are 6 sensitivity. So those senses have contact with outside object. There will be active mental process. Our mind is very active. I will give you just an example. When we see somebody, our mind is very active. So then eye door process will arise. Then suddenly we hear a sound. Then ear door process will arise. Then the mind is very active. So that is called active mind process. Abhidhamma, we call it VT. So now actually I just explain just basis a cognitive process. So when we go to the 4th chapter, VT, we'll be able to learn in greater detail. So after river consciousness, so there will be a lot of life continuance. When one of the 6 senses have contact with object, so there will be active mind process. So it is active, it go like this, right? It go like this, very active. Then after that, it will go down. The moment it go down, then there will be a lot of life continue again, stable state of mind. Then when your senses have contact with outside object, there will be another mind process. Then after that, life continue. Then after that, mind process. Then after that, life continue. At the end, we will die. So this is a active mental process and passive mental process. So when you see rebirth consciousness, life continuing, and death consciousness, we can call it they are passive. So they arises because of good and bad deed that we have done in the past. So what we can change is our mind process. When you see unpleasant things, mostly unwholesome mental state will arise. That is active mind process, akusala, right? Akusala. Sometimes, even though you see unpleasant thing, if you are mindful, sati, if you clearly comprehend what you see, sambhajana, sati and sambhajana, sati and wisdom, then there will be no unwholesome mental state in your mind. What you see is unpleasant, but because of your sati and wisdom, sambhajana, then there's no akusala chitta in your mind. So actually, what you see, what you hear, is a vipaka chitta. Then, what we can change our active mental process, how we react, how we are going to react, what we see, what we hear, and what we experience. So for that reason, active mental state, active mind process in this life, we can control. But passive mental state, just like a river consciousness, life continue and death consciousness, we cannot control. What we can control is mind process, an active mind process. Actually, this is a cognitive process in our one life. Then after you die, then there will be another rebirth consciousness. If you still have a craving for existence, so there will be another rebirth consciousness. Then after that, life continue again, then death again. Then after you die, still have a craving to existence, then there will be another rebirth consciousness. We are going on. We call it pavachaka. Visuddhimagga mentioned that is a pavachaka, circular life. In other words, we can call it samsara. Samsara. We are going around into the life. So actually, this is a mind process in one life according to Abhidhamma. Any question? up to here. Okay, teacher Lily.
Good evening, Bhante. I have two questions.
Okay, good evening.
Two questions here. The first question, Bhante mentioned about dreams. When we dream, we cannot have five senses like see, smell, taste, smell. But hypnosis, how to link to life continue?
Hypnosis, somebody was hypnotized, right?
Yes.
I think hypnotized is a very weak state of mind. I think actually it is my how to say assumption, my assumption. When somebody was hypnotized, he will know. I mean, do they know something happened? I think they know, right? But they are not full control their action, but they still know it. So it is not a bhavanga. It's not a life continuum. If somebody was hypnotized, he will know, but he is not fully control all his actions. And the one who hypnotized will control. But at the same time, someone who was hypnotized, he will still know it. If he or she know, that is active mind process. Active mind process. Okay, second question.
Second question, Bhante mentioned that when one who is having dreams while sleeping, I mean the mind door is open. So how to close the mind door while sleeping so that this person don't have dreams?
Actually, to not to have a dreams in our sleep. So the best method is mindfulness. Mindfulness. So when I was normally, I think many of you have experience. So when we are in meditation retreat, so we have to meditate the whole day. We have to make a lot of effort, and we have our sleeping time is punctual and limited. Then as soon as we lie down on the bed, right away we fall asleep. So there is no dream at the time. So actually this is my experience. I noted that when I went to meditation retreat, only a few dreams will arise in my mind. Other than that, right away, fall asleep, no dream at all. So that means full bhavanga. That means no, our even mind door is not working. Actually here, we have 6 doors: eye, ear, nose, tongue, the body, and also mind door. Of course, life continuum or bhavanga is a state of mind. But that bhavanga take the object of our previous, how to say, the object that the last thought moment take. I think to make it very simple is quick answer. The mind door, even though you are listening right now, your mind will be thinking other things. So that the mind door is still opening, right? Mind door is still opening. But when we dream during our sleep, so that means our mind door is still working. Not fully dream, not fully sleep. Only you do not have a dream or anything, then only bhavanga. So you have a lot of bhavanga, series of bhavanga at the time. Okay, thank you, Teacher Lily.
Thank you, Bhante.
Nisha.
Hi, Bhante. I want to ask about the rebirth consciousness and the death consciousness. So it's actually linked. One person die and the next person, I mean, when you're reborn. So in that, in between the death and the rebirth consciousness, what is being carried over?
That is a question many people ask. Actually, our mind, when we do good things or bad things, so there is our mental, our mind carry. So there is energy of good energy or bad energy. It is driving our mind. Suppose somebody is practicing loving kindness. Many times, the energy of loving kindness will exist in your mind, right? So, the mind is arising and passing away all the time. Arises, passes away, arises and passes away. But when you keep on developing and cultivating loving kindness all the time, then that energy will be in the mind. Then that will manifest in our action. So when we die, so that means death consciousness. It will disappear. Then rebirth consciousness will right away arises. So here, if the loving kindness or wisdom energy, that energy is stay with the death consciousness. So that energy will be will arise together with the rebirth consciousness. So when we say it is the language is very important. If we do not understand for two truth, conventional truth and ultimate truth, you will not understand the Buddhist way of rebirth and death. So here, conventionally, we always say that, and I move to another life. So that means conventionally, you're right. What you're saying is, in conventional terms, you're right. But you are not moving according to ultimate realities. Death consciousness, full stop. That as soon as that consciousness disappears, then rebirth consciousness will arise. It go like this. So in Patthana, we call it Anandra. As soon as one mind movement disappear, another one mind movement will arise, and that one also will disappear. Only after disappearance of that mind, another mind movement will arise. So in a one time, in a one moment, there is so two mind movement will not arise in a one time. Two mind movement will not arise in a one time. One mind movement arises and it disappears. Then after that, another mind movement will arise. It disappears. Another one will arise. It goes like this. So between death consciousness and rebirth consciousness, so Anandra, there's no, according to Abhidhamma, so there's nothing in between. There's no space and time. Just after disappearance of death consciousness, right away, rebirth consciousness will arise. So nothing is moving, nothing's moving. But only energy will, arise in our mind. It is driving. Okay. And entry hole.
Yes, yes, Bhante. So in Bhavanga, what is usually the Citta Sikha that arise together with Bhavanga?
You mean Citta Sikha, right?
Uh,
It depends on what type of bhavanga you have. Actually, we have a 90 type of bhavanga chetas. Normally, each person has only one type. Suppose so the sound, right? Hello? Sound problem? Can you hear me very well? Can you hear me clearly?
Breaking up.
Okay, wait for a while. Thank you, Teacher Lily. So, it depends what type of bhavanga cheta you have. Normally our bhavanga cheta is the wholesome one. So it will associate with 35 type of chetas. 35 or 32. Maybe in the second chapter we will have to learn. So we have a 90 type of bhavanga cheta. So we have to learn in the third chapter, and association will be in the second chapter.
I see.
Okay.
One more question, Bhante.
I want to give a chance to another person. Thank you.
Okay.
Chaponyo.
I've got two questions. Quick.
Maybe only one important question, please.
Okay. All right. Regarding bhavanga, can bhavanga be present in a deep state of meditation? Because during the deep state of meditation, sometimes you don't feel your body, you don't hear anything. So can bhavanga set in during that period of time?
During the jhana, there's no bhavanga at all.
Oh, it's jhana.
Only jhana during the jhana. But the other time, so there will be some bhavanga.
Oh.
So because during the jhana, so in the jhana state, actually later I will show when we study the jhana state, I will show the chart. So it will be very clear. Okay, so thank you. So let's move to next lessons. So don't worry that if you are still attending up to 4th chapter, you will have to learn again. Because this is a mind process. So that will be explained in greater detail in the 4th chapter.
Questions in our mind and
Teacher Lily?
Yes, Bhante, I just received one more question.
Okay.
This person said, sorry to ask a stupid question. Will another person's consciousness crashes with our mind and replace our consciousness with theirs?
Sorry, Teacher Lily, can you make it simple? A simple question. Can you maybe you are English?
With another person, the consciousness of another person will it crash with our mind and then replace the other person's consciousness?
Not possible.
Not possible.
Not possible because we cannot control someone, anything that if the other person is very powerful. But I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what to answer. So that means we have our own mind. Suppose somebody trying to control our mind. So that means our mental state is very weak, very weak. Somebody tell you to do something, or somebody command you to do something, then our mental state became very weak. So that weak state of our mind is mental process, our own mental process. I think it's okay. Sorry that I couldn't answer that question fully. Still have another question?
There's another question.
Okay.
If there is Bardo state means the state between death and rebirth, when one passes on, because some schools of Buddhism believe that there is Bardo state. I mean, 8 hours after death, consciousness remain in the body.
8 hours, right?
I think this question was asked quite similar to last lesson question.
Yeah. I will have to answer two part. According to Theravada, especially according to Abhidhamma, according to Theravada Abhidhamma, so there's no Bardo state, there's no intermediate in-between state according to Theravada Abhidhamma. As soon as that consciousness disappears, then right away the rebirth consciousness will arise. So there is no in-between state according to Theravada Abhidhamma. But when we look at Pali Canon, Tipitaka, so there are some examples that we can understand as a Bardo state or in-between state. So actually, according to Pali Canon, according to Tipitaka, so there are some examples that we can understand as a Bardo state or in-between state. But of course, in Tibetan and some Mahayana traditions, so they believe there is a Bardo state. Actually, their statement is in accordance with Pali Canon. But Theravada Abhidhamma, in other words, we can call it commentaries. There's no such a Bardo state or in-between state. So actually, for me, I prefer Bardo state or in-between state. So there may be some in-between state, but that may be very rare. Not all the passing. Actually, here, I think you should understand that Abhidhamma trying to make a conclusion, a general conclusion. So mostly, as soon as you die, you take rebirth in the next life right away. So you may be reborn as a ghost near your house. The life for a ghost is another life. So according to Theravada Abhidhamma, so we understand that as soon as you die, you take rebirth. You take a rebirth in a new life. Right away. So Abhidhamma take it that example. I think generally it's right. But so there may be some cases, just like mentioned in the some sutras in Pali Canon, the Pali Canon. So there is Bardo state, in between state. So that is not to everyone. I want to say that it is a very rare case. So it's no harm whether you believe a Bardo state or not. There's no harm. So as long as you're doing good things for the dead person. So I think it's good. Okay. Thank you for all the questions. So actually we have a limited time. Actually, our timetable is 1.5 hour, 1.5 hour. So we're supposed to finish our lessons, the first level before our exam. So when we are taking a lot of questions, and it's good in a way that is good, but it was very difficult to finish. So I propose that we will learn 1 hour and 45 minutes, 1 hour and 45 minutes, and we will go slowly. So there will be question and answer, so that you understand fully and thoroughly. I think that is main point. But at the same time, so we need to finish our lessons, our first level 3 chapter before exam. Maybe we'll go this flow. So we will see the timing. Then if there's no enough time, and we will add another one more day. I don't know whether you agree or thought that, because I hope that the purpose of our learning should be understanding teachings of the Buddha and applying those teachings in our life. So examination is just a secondary. I'm not saying it is not important. It is important. Because of exam, we are making a lot of effort. We are studying regularly. So I know that there will be a lot of questions regarding with the mental process, because this is connected with our life, Okay, so this is a cognitive process according to Abhidhamma. Now we'll go to in full detail. We are going to learn Ahetuka Chaitas, rootless Chaitas. Here I show the chart prepared by Rupa Katin. Rupa Katin is a chairman of Palita Society, a famous Abhidhamma scholar, Buddhist scholar, living in England. He wrote Abhidhamma books. He trying to study comparing Theravada Abhidhamma and other Abhidhammas. So when I listen his Dhamma talk, concentration and mindfulness in the Buddhist psychology, those who want to know concentration, mindfulness according to Abhidhamma, you can go and listen. Then I've given the link. So this is a very beautiful chart. It shows our mental state. So here he used the word bhavanga. He translated existence continuum. Bhikkhu Bodhi used life continuum. So anyway, we will use life continuum. Actually, they're the same. Life, existence. So as I earlier said that life continuum is a stable state of mind. It going like this, it going flat, stably. But when our senses have contact with outside object, that bhavanga will vibrate, will shake. It go like this, going like this. So bhavanga will shake. Here he used the word vibration. Suppose here, you know, how to say the title is sense door process. Here, sense door process means our eye door process, ear door process, nose door process, tongue door process, and body door process. 5 doors. Now let's take it as a eye door process. Then existence continuum will go slowly and stably. Then our eye have contact with outside object. So existence continuum or life continuum, which goes on smoothly and slowly and stably, will vibrate, will shake, because our eye have a contact with outside object. Then our mind will advance to that object. Our mind will advance, will tend to the object we see. It is called advancing. It is called advancing consciousness. So up to here, the mind is not stay weak. The mind stay weak. Advancing consciousness. So that is advancing consciousness is Ahituka Cheda. So now we have a one Ahituka Cheda, right? One Ahituka Cheda. Then our mind tend to the object that we see with our eye. Then that's called advancing Cheda, advancing consciousness. Then after that, there will be eye consciousness. But here, sense consciousness. You mean eye consciousness. So there will be two types of eye consciousness. When we see unpleasant object, unpleasant passing, and unpleasant things, that is because of unwholesome akusala cheda. That is because of akusala cheda that we have done in the past. That is one eye consciousness. Another one is when we see pleasant and beautiful things and desirable things. That is another type of eye consciousness. So that eye consciousness, which see pleasant things, arises because of kusala cheda, wholesome chedas, wholesome karma that we have done in the past. So here, regarding sense consciousness, so two types of eye consciousness. One, as a result of unwholesome karma. Another one, as a result of wholesome karma. If you have done unwholesome things, you will see unpleasant things. If you have done good things, you will see good things. So later I will explain in detail. So for the time being, please remember we are talking about eye-door mind process. So there will be two type of eye consciousness. One type because of akusala karma. Another type as a result of wholesome karma. Two type, right? Two type. So then there will be when we hear the song. When we hear the sounds, so there will be two type of ear consciousness. So when you hear unpleasant sounds because of unwholesome actions, unwholesome akusala karma. Then when you see pleasant sounds, desirable sounds, then because of good deed or kusala karma in the past. So there will be two type of ear consciousness. And also same thing, two type of nose consciousness, two type of tongue consciousness, and two type of body consciousness. Altogether 10, right? Two type of eye consciousness, two type of ear consciousness, and two type of nose consciousness, two type of tongue consciousness, two type of body consciousness. So these are called sense consciousness. So up to here we have 11, right? One type of advancing. Two type of advancing. So one open in the five sense doors, another one in the mind door. So we have a two type of advancing cheda. So another 10 sense consciousness. Now 12, right? 12. Then receiving consciousness. So the mind will receive thing that we see with our eye, the sound that we hear with our ear, so that is called receiving consciousness. Wherever you see, wherever you hear, wherever you smell, wherever you taste, wherever you touch with your body. So the mind will receive all these one. That is called receiving consciousness. So receiving consciousness also two type. If your mind receive unpleasant thing because of our actions, akusala karma. If you receive pleasant things, desirable things, because of kusala karma, two type. And also, then after receiving, the mind will investigate. The mind will investigate. So here, three type of investigating consciousness. After receiving, so the mind will investigate. If investigate unpleasant things, that is because of akusala karma. Then, when the mind is investigating normal good things, normal pleasant things, that's because of good karma. And also another one is extremely pleasant one, extremely desirable one, a very beautiful people, a very lovely people, a lovely song, too attractive, pleasant to hear. Then that will be another state of investigating chetas. So altogether, three type of investigating chetas. Then after that, the mind will determine what you see, what you hear, what you experience. That's called determining chetas. So up to here, up to determining, so there's no lobha dosa moha. There's no alobha dosa amoha, no root. So these chetas arises as a result of wholesome and unwholesome karma. So they are called ahetuka cheta. No root, without root. So that means the moment your mind turns to the object, there's no kusala or akusala mula. The moment you see the object, the moment you receive, the moment you investigate the object, the moment you determine regarding with the object, there's no lobha, no dosa, no moha, no alobha, no adosa, no amoha. So they are 6 type of root. So then after determining, there will be a lot of impulsion. In Pali, we call it javana. Javana is normally we can translate as a very powerful force. Then the mind will, so in that, during the impulsion, so you have a lot of mental activities. So you will have like or dislike, or whether you have a compassion or loving kindness, whether you have a hatred or jealousy, etc. All these arises during impulsion. So you can see that impulsion is the most powerful state of the mind. The most powerful state of mind, called javana. Then after that, after impulsion, so the mind will go down. So after that, so we have a 2 type of retention chetas. Retention means, so actually impulsion will take the object. When somebody see with the eye, impulsion. So impulsion, state of impulsion will take the object of impulsion. And there will be a very powerful mental state. Then after that, the mind, the power of mind will go down, and there will be two types of retention chaita. So retention chaita also a weaker state of mind. It takes the same object or impulsion, or javana. Then after that, it will fall back to existence continuum, life continuum. Then after that, another mind movement will arise, active mind movement will arise. Then after that, will go down, then there will be life continuum. Then there will be another active mental state, equal like this. So here, when you understand mind process here, you understand how our mind is working according to Abhidhamma. So let me take another 10 minutes. Let me another 50 minutes. 50 minutes, because from today on, maybe I will teach 1 hour and 45 minutes, because I think we will accommodate so that we can accommodate question and answer time also. But here, when you look at this mind process according to Abhidhamma, then you can understand ahituka chaitas. So a lot of bhavanga. So when our senses have contact with outside object, then the bhavanga will vibrate. Bhavanga will shake. Then after that, it will stop. Then the mind will turn the object you see. That's called advardin. So the mind will turn to the sound you hear. Advardin. Two types of advardin. So one advardin open 5 doors, 5 physical doors. Another one open the mind door. It's called two types of advardin. And we have a 10 type of sense consciousness. 2 type of eye consciousness, and 2 type of ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness. Now up to 12 ahituka chaita. Then after that, 2 type of receiving chaitas, 14, and 3 type of investigating chaitas, 17. But determining chaitas and mind or advardin chaitas are the same. So actually, mind or advardin do 2 functions. One advardin, another one determining. So they are one, the same consciousness. So forget about determining. So now up to here, we have a 70 ahituka chaitas. So there is another one, another impulsion chaita or javana chaita. It's called smile producing chaitas. Or the Arahant and the Buddha. So when we learn mind process, we understand ahituka chaitas. So they are relatively weak because they do not have 6 root. So that means the moment they arise, the moment these chaitas, 2 type of advardin, 10 type of sense consciousness, 2 type of receiving, and 3 type of investigating, and 1 impulsion. The moment they arise, so there is no lobha, no dosa, no moha, no alobha, adosa, amoha, no roots. For that reason, it's called rootless, ahituka. So there's no 6 roots. For that reason, they are weak. So these chaitas arises because of good and bad karma that we have done in the past. I think you can look at page number 155. Page number 155. Actually, this one is the same, so I will not explain. I will not explain it. So I will explain it in the third chapter. Sorry, in the fourth chapter. So you go to page number 155. Then you can read by yourself. Another one is, this is a mind door process. So as usual, so there will life continue, bhavanga. So when the mind have contact with an object, suppose now you are listening my teaching, then suddenly the object or your family came into your mind. So the mind have contact with the image of the family. Then bhavanga or life continue and shake, vibrate. Then there will be, so the mind will attend to the object or your family. It's called advarding. But here, in the mind or process, so the mind is so powerful that you don't need to receive it, you don't need to investigate it, you don't need to determine right away. So the mind will have a lot of mental activities. It's called impulsion or javana. Then after that, so impulsion movement is the most powerful movement. Then after that, then will fall down. Two type of retention chaitas. But in Bhikkhu Bodhi book, Bhikkhu Bodhi translate as a regestation. Two type of regestations. So actually this one is actually I don't like the word regestation, but I think I prefer the word retention. Retention is better because it takes the same object that javana or impulsion take. So this is a mind door process. In the mind door process, we have advarding consciousness. So there is a ahidukkha chaita. So I think up to here, I hope you understand ahidukkha chaita. So we have 2 advarding chaitas, 10 sense consciousness, 2 receiving chaitas, and 3 investigating chaitas, and 1 impulsion or 1 javana. So altogether 18. So next Saturday, we will study in detail. Any question? We still have 7 minutes. Okay, Xiao.
Yeah, Bhante.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You mentioned about we have 2 investigating and 2 receiving and 3 investigating. So you will be explaining next week, because if not, I would like to know where are the 2 investigating, where are the 2 receiving and 3 investigating.
Yeah, coming Saturday you will know it.
Oh, okay, can. Thanks, because I would like to know more in detail. Thank you.
Okay, I'll explain. Any more question? Okay, the last question. Eri Helen.
Good evening, Bhante.
Yeah.
I just want to ask a generic question. Actually, how do we define a life? Life is a conventional truth. How do you explain this in terms of Abhidhamma? Like, for example, an embryo inside a pregnant woman.
Yeah.
When do you call that the life has been started?
Oh, yeah. According to Buddhism, not only Abhidhamma, but also Sotapittaka, according to Buddhism, light began at the conception of a being in the mother's womb. So as soon as you have a rebirth consciousness, light began. So actually, of course, according to modern science, so they will say that light began after a few weeks. But according to Buddhism, the moment one conceived in the mother's womb, actually there is a tiny, or how do you say? We can even say the tiny watery material things. So actually, the commentary normally give an example of so when you have a one hair of a cow, which is smaller than our hair. So there is coconut wine. Then you dip that hair into the coconut wine. At the tip of a hair, a tiny drop of a coconut wine were clinging. So the material phenomena at the beginning of our conception is just like a very tiny coconut wine. So tiny that our medical equipment were not detached, or were not know it. So according to Abhidhamma, as soon as rebirth consciousness take place, there will be other cetasikas or mental factor also will arise together. At the same time, material phenomena will arise at the same time. So we have to learn in the 6th chapter. And I will explain Buddhist way here me. Actually, the Buddha said in not in details, but in one sutta in Sutta Nikaya. In the one sutta in Sutta Nikaya, so one of the demon asked the Buddha asked the question, the same question as you do. So the Buddha answered briefly. So at the beginning, so there is a tiny wine. So that is the how to say, the material phenomena or rupa. So that will arise together with the rebirth linking consciousness. So life began at the conception in the mother's womb. So for that reason, so the Buddhists, we normally recommend the people, you can prevent not to have not to have a conception. You can prevent it, but you shouldn't take medicine to kill embryo in your mother's womb. So that is a type of killing, which is a little bit different from modern science. Okay, so thank you so much. We'll learn Saturday. So from Saturday onward, we will take 1 hour and 45 minutes so that we can accommodate all the questions. Then more time, and we can finish more lessons. So thank you so much. Then let's Yo varatam bhavaro manu jesu sakya muni bhagavakata kecho paragato palawiriya samangi Dan sukatan saranathamupemi. Raga viragama ninjama sokan. Dhamma masangata mapatikulan. Madura miman pagunan suwipatan. Dhamma miman saranathamupemi. Yata cha de nama hapalamahu. Chatusu susisu purisa yugesu. Hatacha pogala dhammadasate. Sangha miman saranata mupemi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good night, everyone.